Long before, I think before you did Parks and Rec, we met, we knew each other, and we used you on the show, in the late night show, as a guy sitting in the audience because you had the best, you have the best menacing look.
That's right.
Of anyone I know. Get in on that kisser right there. Look at that. Look at that guy. Oh, no, you ruined it. Then you became the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Now, is this right? I can't believe this because you're such a sweet, gentle guy. You used to be a bouncer in Chicago.
I did work for a time. You know, we've all done sort of every job.
Fraud.
All this talk of all this talk of Michael Douglas.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I spent some time as a bouncer at a sports bar, I believe called Halstead's in Chicago. And I was kind of small for a bouncer, but because of my intimidating glare, I was pretty effective.
So you're saying that you never had to actually physically get involved with anybody or fight them. You could just use your look?
Yeah, as long as I could get them to make eye contact with me, I would say, "Excuse me, would you like to talk to me outside for a moment?" And they would often wet themselves and...
I just wet myself right now, just watching you.
The custodial staff did not care for me.
Yeah. Now you were married to the lovely and talented Megan Mullally, and I'm just curious, does she like this new look you have? Because you have grown a very manly, full beard.
Thank you. I've grown it because we're doing a play together here in Los Angeles.
Which I saw, which is fantastic.
Thank you. That's generous. She's something else in it. She is my teacher, and so I have the best seat in the house watching her tear it up every night. But fortunately, she is so generous. I have the craziest, stupidest looks. I shave my head. I've done Mr. T's hairdo a couple times.
Yeah.
Which I would not call...
For different roles, you'll do what you got to do.
Yeah, and she... there was one time that I shaved off the top of my head, but I had huge hair and beard, and that looked so insane, she wouldn't let me in our bed for a couple nights, which was a hardship, and then I put on a stocking cap.
What? And that just made it okay suddenly.
Yeah, and then she couldn't see how crazy I looked, and back in the sack.
You've got the best laugh. You've got the best laugh. That's good. You are writing a book. You're writing a book on tips on how to live, and I like you, and I would be interested in a tip. Could you give us a tip right now on how to live that you think would benefit people?
Sure. Yeah. It's called Paddle Your Own Canoe. It's coming out this fall from Dutton Books, and there's a lot of tips. One that I give people often is if you're in a relationship. You should make gestures to your significant other. I always try to make Megan a card or a gift for anniversaries.
You make it yourself?
Yeah.
Like a homemade card?
Well, yeah, cards are not that hard. My friends and coworkers often say to me, you know, "Thanks a lot, Nick, you're making us look so bad in front of our wives."
Oh, because you made a card.
Yeah, and I say, "Let me tell you something, Rob Lowe. You turn those blugels on anybody, you don't have to make shit."
Yeah.
For everybody else, go to the printer. There's paper inside the printer. That's the first tip. Discern how to get the paper out of the printer. Take one sheet, fold it in half, draw a heart on it, sign your name, write "I love you." A bonus tip is go outside and get a little piece of nature, a shell or a leaf or a chrysalis if you're good.
Some bark.
Some bark.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
You're happily married. Adhere that piece of nature to the center of the heart and then get stretched out because you're going for a ride to the realm of coitus.
You're a great man and an ass at the same time.